Hello. Welcome to another show, Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Dashing channel for United and football fans all over the world. While you're watching, smash a like on that video and don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to continue to drop your comments and keep pushing us to our next target, which is 4K. Thank you very much. Right, let's go right into it. We have a lot of transfer news to talk about. Let's talk about the outgoings first. Whichever one, I'll flip a coin, outgoings, incoming. But I think it's best to talk about outgoings, which is not as fast as the incomings. Right, outgoings. We were talking on our podcast yesterday, Sunday. We talked about Erik ten Hag saying he would like to keep McTominay, who is getting a lot of interest generated, that he's part of a squad. He did well, and he thinks McTominay has a future at United, and he wants to keep him in at United. So obviously, we can see from all indications, Erik ten Hag really wants to keep McTominay at United. So whatever Fulham or West Ham are trying to, if they're not heading towards 35 million, they are not going to get. United will not part ways with McTominay. Then there's Lindelof, whose contract is only got a year left. Will United sell him? I think he should be sold, because this is the problem. I think players like Lindelof, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka all need to be sold. There's no need keeping these guys around when they're going to be surplus to requirements. Even Anthony, if a big bid comes for Anthony, but a lot of players, we did a poll yesterday and a lot of fans are saying Anthony should be given one more year. That's fine. So I don't think Maguire's going to be sold this year. I don't think Lindelof might be sold this year. I think they're just going to be squad players. But with people like Euro coming through and United chasing Ligt, where does that leave Lindelof and Maguire? And there's also Martinez. You see what I mean? So that is going to be a subject of discussion in reference to the outgoings. Then you have Amrabat, which is United don't want to trigger. The money that Atalanta want is a bit too much for what United are expecting. So that might be another situation, but is he going to go or is he going to stay? Then there's Casemiro. We heard interest initially from Saudi, but nothing has happened right now. United fly out to USA on Wednesday to go and start the first USA tour match against Arsenal Saturday, then they're Real Betis, then Liverpool the following weekend. But this channel will keep you posted. We'll be going live with those matches, and don't forget to tune into this channel. So, as I was saying, in reference to outgoings, there's nothing from Casemiro. The Saudi have not really said much. Lindelof, no interest so far. Wan-Bissaka, yes, Fulham have made an interest, but United turned the offer down. It was too low. That can still happen. We never know. But Maguire, no one's talked about Maguire leaving. Lindelof is still there. So United still have players who they need to move on. I know they're going to move on Pelistri, which I thought was also going to be surplus requirements. I just feel United are very bad with outgoing players. It's only when a player has got to the end of his contract and they're not renewing. But when it's to sell, we just can't sell. We just can't sell. It's like we just are burdened with junk cars that we can't sell off the car lot, which are now surplus to requirements. They're just now just going to be backup of a backup of a backup. But right, anyway, hopefully we can move some of these players on. Then we have to look at things and players like the income is United's targets literally are now. URGATE from PSG. PSG are holding out for about 70 million euros, and United are not looking to pay that much. So United can pay more, pay less. Terms have been agreed, personal terms have been agreed. Emmanuel URGATE, for a player who PSG did not literally utilize properly, I don't know why they want so much. They paid 50 for him. So United are, and they now want 70? That is a big push. But we shall see. Fabrizio Romano said United are still interested in URGATE from as a midfielder, which we will need. He's a very good player. I will take him for, very good. Then there's also Ligt, Matthias de Ligt from Bayern Munich. Yes, on the show yesterday, some people said he's very injury prone, but he's not injury prone. I mean, he's a very good player, and he's played with Ten Hag at Ajax. Bayern Munich want 50 million euros, as in no loans, no negotiation. They want something in the range of 50 or close to 50. United have put 35, which have been rejected. So we'll see how that pans out. Then there's also Xavi Simons. When we're talking about that, when Fabrizio Romano mentioned that today on his show, he mentioned that Xavi Simons is most likely to be heading to Germany than heading to Europe, heading to UK. So he's a very good player. He was a Netherlands top player in the Euro 2024 that they just gone. He scored a fantastic goal against England. So I wouldn't have minded him in Manchester United, but we'll see how that pans out. Then you also have Sancho. Now that is the surprise one today, which came out on news that PSG are looking for a player in that you can't get an Mbappe-esque kind of player. They're looking for a winger who's fast, who's quick, and Sancho's name came up. So they've contacted the agents. I think it would be a good move for Sancho if United could take a set 40 million, because there is no way, no how they are going to get the 75 million, 80 million they paid for him. And his wages, only PSG can afford 375 a week. I mean, getting him off the wage bill would be fantastic business. If United could sell him to PSG, that'd be great. So, you know, I mean, he played all right on Saturday against Rangers, nothing spectacular. I just feel we're not going to get what we thought we're going to get from him. So I just think we should just sell him on and count our losses and move it on swiftly. You know what I mean? So PSG making a bid for making inquiries, I think it's a very good start. I think United should listen to the offers for Sancho and move him on sharp and swift. Get this show moving. So, but what Fabrizio did emphasize, United are looking mostly at URGATE and Ligt. Rabiot wants to come to the Premier League. Will he come to United? That is still touch and go. He's no more. His contract's ended at Juventus. He's a good defensive midfielder, but he just has so much baggage with him. Do we need that at United? He's already 29, 30. We could get 2 years free good out of him, but I don't know. He says he wants to play in the Premier League, but there should be other clubs who will game. But I don't think Rabiot will be heading to Manchester United. Then there's a guy's looking at what's his name? Neto. I think he's a very good player. I think United should look at him as well. I also look at João Neves, but these prices for João Neves is also very steep. But I think United have done well with Euro and Xerxes, so I think we could still keep negotiating and try and get URGATE, Ligt, and sell some more players. Then we could try and get a few more before the transfer window opens, because the season is going to start very soon. Before we realise it, we'll be playing the Community Shield against Man City. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. That Sancho is being looked at by PSG. A lot of United fans said they'll love him to go to PSG. That's great news. We don't. It is what it is. But you know, drop a comment. Do you want Sancho to go to PSG? Do you want him to be at United this season? Let us tell us what you think about it. From me, it's goodbye and good night. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.